Hey guys, so today I'm going to take you through my small kitchen cleaning, and I have a lot of good hacks if you have a small kitchen, so let's get started. Okay, so we're going to clean the sink. So I'm going to sort of walk you through this. I basically use Barkeeper's Friend. I've talked about this before. It is my favorite thing to use. It cleans really well, it disinfects. You know, you could also use borax. And honestly, the Barkeeper's Friend, it works really well whether you have sort of like this kind of sink like I do, if you have the white sort of like ceramic sinks, if you have a stainless steel sink, all of them work really well with the Barkeeper's Friend. I highly recommend it. Your sink will be spotless and sparkling and almost repel dirt when it's done. My next tip is to clean your dishwasher. I understand this sounds weird. I found this out a while ago though, that you need to clean your dishwasher. And if you think about it, it makes sense. I mean, you're putting kind of like your dirty dishes in there every day. So you need to clean your dishwasher. I have a couple of ways that I do this. So the first way is they sell these Afresh dishwasher tablets, and you can just literally throw one of the tablets in, just stick it on the bottom of your dishwasher and run it with your dishes. You don't have to do anything different. It's super simple and it cleans out your dishwasher. The second way that I do this is I fill up a measuring cup with 2 cups of vinegar. I do this, you know, maybe once a month, and I just run a normal dishwasher cycle. And then the dishwasher is like sparkling clean and spotless. And I'll tell you, once you clean the inside of your dishwasher in this way, with either the tablets or the vinegar, your dishes will be cleaner. I noticed my dishes were like sparkling after I tried this trick. So I highly recommend using the vinegar trick. And you know, vinegar, it's like, I'm going to talk a lot about that today. I love it. It's a great cleaning product. Okay, next is the stainless steel fridge. These are the worst. I think they look so pretty, but mine are covered in fingerprints. If you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. I can clean the whole fridge, and then within seconds, it is covered with small handprints. Even my husband touches it, so I can't just blame the kids. However, I have figured out how to clean this. I have gone through so many of those products that are marketed at cleaning stainless steel. The wipes, the sprays, nothing works. Literally nothing works. I don't know if you have this problem as well. So what I do, and I just mentioned it, vinegar. I put vinegar in a spray bottle and I spray it onto the front of the fridge, and then I wipe it down. I use either a paper towel, or if you have a microfiber cloth, that's great. But the vinegar, I'm telling you, it works so well. The other kind of trick with stainless steel is you need to go in the direction of the grain. If you look at it carefully, you'll see that there are little grains. And so you want to go in the direction of the grain, and that's the way that you sort of wipe and shine it. The vinegar works really well. Your fridge is going to look great. Any stainless steel that you have in your house, our dishwasher is also stainless steel, so the vinegar works for that as well. And I'm telling you, it's a great trick. Don't bother buying those stainless steel cleaners. The vinegar is perfect. Other thing that people do, and you know, you can try, I haven't tried it myself, but you can actually put a little bit of olive oil on a paper towel and use that to also polish your stainless steel. That'll just make it look nice and shiny. I'm actually going to try that and let you know what it looks like. Okay, if you're liking this content, I just want to remind you to give it a thumbs up. And if you want more content like this, it would be awesome if you subscribed as well. Okay, the next tip, we're going to move on to the stove, is to clean your greasy stovetops. You know, you get things on your stovetop, and unless you clean it right away, it kind of gets like baked on, and it's just really difficult to remove. So my trick is to put baking soda on it and then add some hydrogen peroxide. You can get the hydrogen peroxide in like a pharmacy. They have it at the grocery store. But put these two on it and let it bubble and start working. And it will make polishing and removing that grease so much easier. It's really like a miracle cleaner. I first heard about it through like TikTok, of course, and it really works. So I highly recommend using these 2 ingredients together as a cleaner. I do have to say, Barkeeper's Friend also works in this situation. And it doesn't matter if you have like a ceramic stovetop, if you have a glass one, you know, stainless steel, Barkeeper's Friend is perfect and will also help to remove that grease. Another problem that people have is with their grates on top of their stove. I have this as well. They're very annoying to clean. I completely understand. So one of the things that I do is I use that hydrogen peroxide and vinegar cleaner together that I mentioned, and I just use it and I let it kind of sit on the grates. I scrub it. I just rinse them under the sink, put them back. I don't think I'm ever going to get them to look perfect, but that trick helps them and they look so much better. Okay, so now we're moving on to the microwave, and you know that it could get really dirty inside. You know, everybody's cooking their food is splattering everywhere, and then it gets baked on. So what you do is you take a cup of vinegar and you just 1 cup, you stick it in the middle of the microwave, and then you can run your microwave for 1 to 2 minutes. This kind of loosens everything up. It makes it all nice and steamy inside. And then you just go in with like a wet or damp sponge and you just wipe it down, and it's super simple to clean. Everything comes out really like no elbow grease at all. It'll look great. So now we're moving on to sort of like things that are on the counter. I like to wipe those down. As you can see, I have these soap dispensers, which I love. And I really think that sort of standardizing your soap dispensers, so I've got one here for hand soap and then one for dish soap. I think this looks much better than if I were to have like the labeled sort of like store-bought bottles on here. And these are great too, because I can just buy like the refillable soap packets and refill them. I just think it looks a little bit more streamlined up here and keeps everything looking neat and orderly. I also have like this container here for olive oil, which is also another way to sort of like display it without looking like I just have like a container of olive oil sitting on the counter. Okay, I think this is a really good tip, but when you have a small kitchen, you cannot have a lot of things on the counter. This is kind of like a trick, but basically one way to make a room look less cluttered and cleaner is to clear off surfaces. So the more surfaces you have that are free of clutter and things, the cleaner it looks. The same goes for your kitchen. If you have a bunch of spices and a bunch of appliances and a bunch of stack of papers, your kitchen is going to look and feel cluttered. And when you have a small kitchen, it's just going to like suffocate people who are standing in it. So you want to clear off as much as you can and only have things on the counter that you use really often, like a toaster, maybe a coffee pot. We have a bread box on the counter. Just sort of figure out like, what do I use every day? And that's what stays on the counter. The rest of it, get it out of sight, put it away. You don't need to see it. It's just going to make your kitchen look cluttered. Same thing with the front of your refrigerator. If you have magnets on top of your refrigerator and lots of papers, you're sort of putting lots of things on top of your, you know, on the front of your refrigerator, your small kitchen is going to look cluttered. Even your big kitchen could potentially look cluttered. So my suggestion is don't put anything on the front of the refrigerator. What I do is I put it all on the side of the refrigerator so you can't see it when you're in the kitchen. You actually have to like look around the corner to see the things on the side of the refrigerator. I think it makes it look so much neater and so much less cluttered. Okay, and then wiping down the countertops. I like to just use soap and water. I have granite. I've tried different granite cleaners. I've tried like the spray cleaners. I don't think that they make the granite look very good. I think what works well is just good old soap and water. Do it on a sponge, wipe it down. It looks perfect, great, and clean, and I think it's the easiest way to do it. And then last thing, if you are into it, I say wipe down your cabinets. You can use the same sponge, the same water and soap that you used on your counter, and just use it to wipe down your cabinets. Soap is a natural degreaser, and you know, you kind of, as you're cooking and using your kitchen, you get grease and different things on your cabinets. If you have kids, they're touching your cabinets, especially the lower ones. So just go ahead and wipe down the surfaces. They will just look so much neater and brighter and cleaner, even if they don't look dirty. So that's it. Thanks for cleaning my kitchen with me. You know, if you have a small kitchen, I think that these tips would be helpful to you. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other tips. I would love to hear what you guys do. Honestly, I think even if your kitchen isn't small and you have a large kitchen, I think these tips could work really well. So I hope you give them a try, and I will see you next time.